Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for the early morning get up. Time to get our day started off in positivity. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I did do this a little bit later because it's Saturday. And so I know most people are not up at 7:45 on a Saturday. So I try to look at it and I try to be a little bit more mindful for those who had to who are trying to sleep in. Man, I have to tell y'all about some things, man. Because it is 7:45 and I was here, I was ready, I was going to get on, but I'm like, I wanted to give some people a little bit more time to be able to wake up and get to sleep out of their eyes on a Saturday so we can rock out what it is that we're going to do in our day. We're going to be able to say how we want to manifest things, and we're going to grow and show and all these other lovely things. We are going to be positive into this day. Yes, my birthday is officially over, but that doesn't matter. Hey, Martin, my birthday is officially over. It was yesterday. I am now 44. I was supposed to look that up so I can find out what that meant, but I'll do it later. But I am just here because I am so elated about all of you guys who reached out and said happy birthday to me on my page, on my mom's page, on my aunt's page. Oh my God, I'm just so happy you guys thought enough of me to take out of your busy schedule to say happy birthday. I appreciate you so very much for even thinking that much about me. For those who messaged me in my inbox and said happy birthday, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. I made, y'all see my post or whatever. So I did tell y'all left me on read on the Cash App thing. 3 people though, they did bless me. So thank God for those 3. Ain't none of y'all business who it was. But thank God for those 3. And I pray God blesses them immensely. Even though the rest of y'all left me on read. It's cool. Hey, Shannon. So, yeah, I celebrated my 44th birthday yesterday. I'm still 44. But I celebrated it yesterday. My mom came down, and her and my aunt, we went out to lunch. And because my oldest daughter was still in school, so we had to wait for her to get out of school before we actually did some things. I had something planned, but because of the time constraint, we actually had to change it. So I didn't get to go to my my massage appointment. I had to change it. And then trying to find out what to do, when to do, riding around with my mom. She had some things that she had to do, so I was a part of that. And she also has a radio broadcast that she had to do. It's called Women of Virtue. So you guys need to check that out as well. If you have time when they're on. I should have known that, but I don't. So, but she has a broadcast as well. So she was doing that, so I sat in on that with her. And, I really didn't do a whole lot. I got wrapped up in something later on in the day that, was kind of crazy, but my daughter, and we have a friend who, my daughter and her, their birthdays are a couple of days apart. They grew up together, one of my friends, and her daughter. So we went to celebrate with her. They just did things very late. Leaving the house at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Leaving the house at 9 o'clock, that ain't what I normally do. So when she wanted to leave the house that late, I'm like, look, by this time, it's time to come back in for me because y'all didn't hear me talk about the craziness and how people drive insane in St. Louis and things like that. So I was trying to be in the house when insane people be out there. So, and where she wanted to go was like 45 minutes away from where we were. And we was leaving at 9 o'clock. The what? So, but because my baby hadn't seen her friend in a long time, I decided that we were going to go. We hadn't seen our friends in a long time, and we wanted to hang out. And so I digressed, and I said, okay, let's do it. Why did I do that, Sean? Hey, how you doing, man? Why did I do that? I know me. I know my body. I know what time I'm supposed to be in the bed. I know what time I'm supposed to be home. But I was trying to make sure that my daughter got a chance to hang out with her friends. And my youngest daughter got a chance to hang out with her god sister and everything. And so I was, I know it was my day, but I, wanted to make sure that they got a chance to see their friends as well. So I ended up, taking a back seat and letting them go to Top Golf. So they went to play golf. Late at night. And then, all things were good. They had fun. They got to see each other. They enjoyed their night. But here's the problem. Hey, Rashid. And so here's the problem. First of all, like I said, the way that I'm built, I'm supposed to be in the bed by a certain time. Now, I don't always go to bed if I'm at home, but the fact is that I was in the streets. Shannon, I don't be in them streets like that. I be at home because people crazy. And I don't drive around real late because people crazy. Yes, and the inside of me was saying, hey, you supposed to be at home. But I wasn't. So since I wasn't at home, I was out there trying to let them have fun on my birthday. I was spent a lot more time out than I wanted to. Now listen, Martin, what was going on is that by the time they got done having all their fun, my mother was with me. Thank God my mother was with me because she drove. And that's why I really was glad that she stuck around because she drove. But look, Shannon, by the time we left there, they didn't close until 12 midnight. Now, remember, I told you it was 45 minutes away, but it was 45 minutes away from where we were. I don't live there. And not only that, my mama don't live there. My mama live all the way in a whole nother state. Hey, Jerry, good morning. Hey, Pierre. Hey, Rashella, good morning. My mama live in Illinois, which is next to Missouri, but it's still a whole nother state. We were in Missouri, and my mama still had to go home. So listen, we was 45 minutes away from the first house we was at, and we had to drive all the way from West Jerusalem, all the way back to St. Louis, all the way down to Alton, Illinois, and then turn around and come all the way back to St. Louis to go home. Do you not know, girl, I did not get home till 2:30 in the morning. Listen, my body was already asleep around about 12:30. But what we do for the children, what we do for the kids, but my daughter now I will give her this. She did say, Mama, we don't have to go. I'll see her another day, blah, blah, blah. She wanted to make sure that I, was okay and everything. And so she does really, truly try to take care of me. But I wanted her to see little friends and hang out with her friends and stuff because she don't always get to do this. And with this virtual, and we had to, social distancing and all that, mask and whatnot, and it was spread out to a point to where everything was cool, but they don't get a chance to see their friends because of this pandemic and everybody's at home and all of that. So I really just wanted her to be able to be free for that moment, have some fun, see her friends, see her cousins, see the people she hadn't seen in several years actually, and just go out and do that because again, life is short. We don't never know what's going to happen from one day to the next, and people are leaving this world at a rapid pace. So I wanted to make sure that we got to show some love to some people that we loved. And I wanted to make sure that, even though it was my birthday, I'm not selfish. I'm not. So, I just wanted, to be able to see them, hang out with them, because again, this woman, honestly, I would do anything for her, real talk, because she has been in my corner since I met her. And she has been in my corner, and she is so amazing. And this woman, I have watched her struggle. I have watched her in pain. I have watched her in sickness. I have watched her go from a certain weight. She looks amazing. She's had different difficulties in her medical history and all of this, and she's been in and out of the hospital. But when I tell you, she's one of the strongest people that I know. And I know she probably ain't even gonna see this, so I'm gonna make her watch it later. But I love her so very much. Tammy, I love you. You are so much strength and power and the things that you do, even for your baby at 18, that, I've watched you and I've watched her and I've watched you both grow up. And she is a beautiful young lady. Brianna, happy birthday. She's an October baby, so, I got an affinity for them October babies. But I've watched this woman become so strong in some difficult situations. So I had to not put myself first and shake it and go out there and hang out with my girl, because I hadn't seen her and hadn't been able to hang out with her in a long time. So I do thank God that I did do that, because again, tomorrow is not promised. So since it's not, I want to make sure that I show my love while I can. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Shannon. I will definitely be praying for you. Oh yeah, man, that's definitely something difficult to deal with, and yeah, and all of these things that are happening, and you know, some people are treating it like it's nothing, it doesn't matter, and you know, people are losing people now, and I mean, this pandemic is hard on everybody, but for those who are losing family members and friends and co-workers and everything, people are losing people. So yes, my heart, my prayers go out for you, sweetheart. And hey, Miss Sheila. So I want you all to know that, again, I understand that the demic is here, but please don't let that stop your whole life. Make sure you are doing what you're supposed to do. Take care of yourself. Stay clean. Stay masked up. Oh, my mask in my pocket. See, I got one, even though I'm by myself in my car, but I still got one for when I go back out there. So listen, go out there, make sure that you are enjoying your life. Celebrate. Do what you're supposed. Oh, we went bowling too. Martin, I went bowling with my babies, and I think for the first time ever, my daughter beat me, but that's only because I wasn't really trying. You know how people say that when they lose. But for real, she actually beat me. So, you know, we had the baby and everything. So, and you know, so she beat me. My oldest daughter, she beat me for the first time. So she was excited. So I didn't take away her thunder. I let her be happy and excited, because I do always win. So this time she won. So my mom, it was funny because my mom usually is a great bowler. And yesterday she was so frustrated. She was so frustrated because her ball kept going to the same spot. And I know for those people who bowl, we take bowling serious. You know, it's real in these streets. And we was taking bowling serious. You know, because I told you I come from a family of bowlers. My grandparents were on leagues, and we used to travel and stuff while they went to bowling. We used to travel from city to city in all these leagues and stuff, because that's what they did. My grandpa, when he would see us bowl, he'd be like, I can't believe that. He would be embarrassed. Hey, Miss Donita, he would be embarrassed just off of bowling. Hey, Rakeem, good morning. He would be embarrassed if we didn't bowl like a 300 like he do. We ain't on leagues. You are, sir. And so I need you to respect my game when I get over 100. So that's how I feel about the matter. But my baby, she started getting frustrated too, because it was happening to her. So I had to help her out a couple of times so she can do it. But that oldest one kept rubbing it in my face that she was winning. And so that's okay. I know what rematch looks like. And rematch in my world means I'm winning next time. No mercy for the teenager. The baby, we show mercy to her, but the teenager, it's going down the next time we go. So, because I want to be able to keep, you know, certain things alive, man. That's one of the funnest things that you can do. Take your kids bowling. It's fun. And it's not, you know, I mean, look, it's not as cheap as it used to be, y'all, so don't get that twisted. Because I went bowling and paid $50 at one place for just me and my 6-year-old. We paid $50 just to bowl. We didn't eat or nothing. They ain't bring us no drinks. They ain't talk to us. We paid $50 to bowl. And then this time, we went earlier in the day. And we only bowled one time, and it was like $35. Lord, I know inflation is here. I know that, you know, the demic is here and people losing money. But my goodness, how you gonna get up and just charge people like that to have fun? My God. So again, but we did have. I love to bowl, so I would have stayed there longer. I would have stayed there all day. But you know, Shannon, sometimes the way my bank account is set up, I got to count up the costs before I start doing a whole lot of stuff, because I got some agendas and some things that I really need to do. And so while I'm out here trying to wild out and spend $50 on bowling, I got other stuff I need to be doing. So, but we did have fun doing that. But again, the night was crazy because, again, I got home, Martin, at 2 2:30 in the morning from going out hanging out with some teenagers. Listen here, teenagers. I know y'all don't never go to bed, and y'all be up talking and stuff at night. But people like me who turn 44, we need to be in bed before 2:30. So the next time y'all want to plan something and expect me to be there, I'm going to need y'all to be out the house before 8 o'clock. That's the way it goes. But yeah, I am happy. I think combined really, out of all the pages with everybody saying happy birthday, Shannon, I think I might have gotten maybe 500 people saying happy birthday. Man, that bless my heart. Guys, I don't know. I thank God for you all. I thank God for you guys thinking about me, even on my day, and I was yelling at y'all all day, telling y'all about my birthday and whatnot. Because again, you gotta celebrate you. I'm telling you this for a reason and a purpose. The reason why, don't just sit around and don't celebrate your life. Because I used to be sad about my birthday because life wasn't going the way I wanted to do. Come on. I mean, you would have thought, Shannon, that I was actually having a great time. I was out till 2:30. No, I didn't even get to eat my cake. I haven't even had birthday cake. I didn't have my birthday cake or anything. So my aunt can't yell at me about being overindulgent because I did not. Hey, CJ, I didn't overindulge or anything like that, even on my birthday, which I should have, but I didn't. So, all of these different things, I'm still going to continue celebrating because we making up from what happened yesterday because my sister off work. She be working a lot, but she off work, so we gonna hang out and get my laughs on and stuff like that, and do what we're gonna do. We got business today. I do got to take care of some business, and I think we have a live webinar or something like that we got to be in and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we still in celebration mode. Yes, just stop by, girl, and have fun in KC. But I said, yeah, I got, you know what, though, Shannon, I decided that whilst I'm turning 44 now, I have a whole year before 45. It's amazing to me, y'all, that I'm about to be 45 next year. Oh, my goodness. Where has the time gone? I remember being able to think about how in the world was I going to make, how was I going to make 40? When we were younger, I didn't think we was going to make it past 2000. So now I'm thinking, man, I'm almost 50. Oh my God. I will be still so flabbergasted when that happens. I'll be flabbergasted at 45. But 50? Oh my God. But you can't tell unless I tell you. Because, hey, God is good. So, I thank God that I don't look like what I've been through. Hey, Stephanie, I thank God I don't look like what I've been through. And I'm going to keep on smiling and shining through all the things of chaos, the things that are trying to hold me down, hold me back, keep me low. And for everybody who wasn't happy it was my birthday, I love you too. Because again, good, bad, or indifferent, I'm still here. Loving life, loving God, loving the way that things are happening and going on. I am amazed at God. I am amazed that I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like I don't have 900 bags under my eyes from the tears that I shed. I don't have to worry about having wrinkles, or as my bishop say, stranglangles of wrinkles all through my face because I'm angry all the time. Don't be angry all the time. Get you some happy in your world. Let it shine forth. Let it shine through. Let it help you. Let it build you. Let it make you better than you've ever been before. Because you have purpose. And don't walk around here looking like you've been sucking on a lemon. Come on, man. Life is better than that, even if it's not. Then guess what you should do? You should make it what you want it to be. Why? You can have what you say. And so I did. You walk around for a long time looking like I was sucking on a lemon, like I had pickle juice in my jaws. That's crazy. I walked around crazy. And because I didn't like my life, because I didn't like the things that were happening to me, because I didn't understand why God was having me go through so much. I didn't understand that it was building my character. I didn't understand that it was going to build me to be a better woman. I didn't understand that it was going to build me to be a better mother. I did not understand that it was going to build me to be the leader that was going to be able to help somebody else to get up out of their circumstances and get up out of their crying and get up out of their depression. I didn't know it was building me, Shannon. I didn't know it was making me to be the best version of myself. I didn't know that years later I was going to be okay. I didn't know years later I was going to use it as a testimony. I didn't know. Hey, Miss Mercy, how you doing, darling? I didn't know it was going to create me to be a better person. Only thing that I knew is that I was going through it. Every time I turned around, something was happening. Every time I turned around, I could not make ends meet. Every time I turned around, things were just making me so upset that I just could not live my life the way I wanted to live it. But Sean, all along the way, God was preparing me. All along the way, God was making me better. All along the way, He was equipping me. Yes, I believe me, Shannon, I'm telling you, I have to keep that faith. I have to pray. And when I pray to God, I say, God, please help me not to give up in this time. Please help me not to quit. Please help me to stay strong. Because guess what? Somebody is watching my journey. Somebody is watching my mindset. Somebody is watching to see if I'm going to make it, if I'm going to fail, if I'm going to quit, if I'm going to give up, if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to do it. That's what somebody is waiting to see. They waiting to see all that stuff she be talking. All that stuff she talk all the time. Does she really live that way? Yes, I do. On Facebook and off Facebook, I'm the same person. I'm just as crazy on Facebook as I am on Facebook. Maybe even a little crazier. Why? Because I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I have to. Thank you. I have to. Sometimes, Shannon, I gotta laugh to keep from crying. Sometimes I gotta go through it first so somebody else can see that it's doable. And it's not always easy. I'm not telling you that I lean, depend, and rely on God all the time. Because sometimes I begin to question God, what in the world are you doing to me? And why you can't let somebody else go through some stuff? Because I'm right about now, God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to act or react anymore. I don't know what it is, and you won't honor me. And sometimes that power that I thought I had went away because all the problems that I knew I had was overshadowing me. But what began to happen to me is that I had to realize who I was. My God, I had to realize who I was. When family and friends walked away, I had to realize who I was. In the midst of a marriage, I had to realize who I was. In the midst of me and my daughter not always seeing eye to eye, I had to realize who I was. In the midst of losing a job I had for 14 years because I wanted to take care of my baby, I had to realize who I was, Shannon. And if I didn't tap into the gift that God had given me, if I didn't tap into who He made me to be, if I didn't tap into what He wanted for me, I could have still been on the sidelines crying. I could have still been on the sidelines depressed. I could have still been on the sidelines hating myself, hating my life, hating my situation and my circumstances. I could have fell deep into a depression that I couldn't have gotten out of. I went there. I did go there for a minute. I went there for a hot second, man, and I began to get upset about my life and about what I thought God said about me. Why wasn't it working? I couldn't figure it out, Shannon. I couldn't manifest why it wasn't working. I know what He said. I know what He told me, but it just wasn't working for me. And until I was able to get to myself and say, look here, girl, it's time for you to stop acting like you're a victim and get up and get the victory over what it is you got going on in your life. Get up and get the victory over the things that are trying to hold you down. My apostle told me, she said, look, you know how to beat the devil. Why are you letting him beat you up? You know what you got to do. You know what you got to say. You know how you got to stand. And if you don't get up and stand, you're going to die in this situation. Until God Himself told me. One day I was laying in a bed full of myself, thinking about how bad my life was, thinking about how I didn't like nothing that was going on. What happened to me in that moment? God Himself told me, if you don't get up, if you don't get up, and if you don't get up and speak yourself out of this situation, you're going to die right here. And if you don't get up and speak your life into yourself, get up and speak life to yourself. Get up and speak life to your situation. Get up and change your life. or you will die right here in the midst of your mess. And from that day was July 13th. July 13th. I joined in an opportunity that allowed me to do what I do now. I didn't even know it. I don't think they really meant to, but what I got out of what they told me is what catapulted me into what I'm doing now. So I bless God for being able to have that door open. I bless God for certain people being in their position, because if they weren't in their position, I would have been able to make a conscious decision to change my life. And I got on board with something that God opened up because I asked him to. I asked him for something that was going to help me, something that was going to get me up and get me out. I asked him for something that was going to let me help other people. I asked him for it, and I asked him for something that was going to help me fulfill my life. I no longer wanted to be a victim. I no longer wanted to work for other people. I no longer wanted to work for people who did not care about my situation or about my children. I didn't want to deal with people like that. So what I did was be able to take my life back by being able to listen to the voice of God in my inner ear. And he told me, speak it. Say it out of your mouth. And when I begin to do that every morning that I get up and I encourage myself, I pray that it encourages somebody else. But I get up every morning to tell myself that I can't quit. I get up every morning to tell myself that I'm going to make it. I get up every morning to make it significant to me to know who I am and whose I am. And if I can help you along the way, to God be all the glory. But what I want you to know is that God put us here for a reason and a purpose. And he not only did that, he said you can make it. I have equipped you with everything that you need on the inside of you. There is nothing that is too hard for God. So why is everything so hard for you? You are made in his likeness and image, so you should speak those things which be not as though they were. What do you want? And get to that relationship with God. I've been in a relationship with God since I was 9. I've been in a relationship. I've been talking to him and walking with him and reading about him and doing all these things. Yes, Shannon, I slipped along the way. I thought I was grown. I was 3 times 7, and I did what I wanted to do. So I wasn't always in his favor. I wasn't always walking in his grace. But because he loved me, baby, the things that he did for me and the places that he got me out of and the way that he turned around my life. Oh, my God, the way that he did it. And I'm still here at 44. If it had not been for me being connected to the vine at 44, I wouldn't have been here. But because he had a purpose for my life and my purpose wasn't being fulfilled, I had to stop being stupid long enough to realize what he was really doing. I had to stop being within myself long enough to realize that the purpose in my life wasn't attached to the people that were around me. It was something I was supposed to do. What was that? It was to be a deliverer to those who didn't think they had a voice. It's to be a deliverer for those who don't think that they can do better. It's to be a deliverer for those who don't think that they can make it out, because I am a living, moving, breathing example that depression doesn't have to take you out. I'm a living, moving, breathing example that sadness doesn't have to be your final end. I'm a living, moving, breathing example that those that are supposed to love you tell you to your face that they hate you. You can still get up. You can still make it. You can still live your life. You can still step up. You can still go forward. You can still do better. Cut them off. And guess what you'll do? You will flourish. In the midst of the situation, you will flourish. And not only that, they will be able to regret what they said to you. They'll be able to regret what they did to you. Guess what? God is going to put you on a pinnacle, on a stand. And guess what? He will make your enemies your footstool. Whether your enemies are the person that you're married to, whether your enemy may be that family friend, maybe your enemy might be a brother or sister because they hate on you because of, not just because of you, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but it's because of the God and the anointing that's on my life. That's what they're looking for. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with this little old girl. And I'm telling you about me. This little old girl is just a vessel. So the anointing that's on my life is what they're after. The promise that's on my life, that's what they're after. The power that is within me is what they're after. They don't care nothing about me, but the power that I hold because of the God that I serve is what they're after. So guess what I got to do? I got to get up and show forth that power, that anointing, that strength, that well-being of myself to somebody else to know you can make it. You can make it. There is life after divorce. Come on, sometimes I don't always want to be the example, but since I am, I'm going to let you know that since I am the example, there is life after divorce. There is life after turmoil. There is life after abuse. There is life life out of mental states. Come on, there is life. Once you begin to grab your life by the horns, come on and live it to the best of your ability. You can get up. You can get up and you will show up every single day. Show up for yourself. Show up for your family. Show up for your legacy. Show up for the things that you are trying to do now. Because guess what? It's coming. It's coming. I keep telling y'all, there's a turnaround coming. And every time that there's a turnaround coming, you're going to go through it. You're going to make it happen. But you're going to come out as pure gold, baby. We're coming out of this pandemic better than we went in. Why? Because the God that we serve, he is our Father. And because he is our Father, what he's going to do is come and take care of his children. What kind of father would he be if he didn't come to your rescue? What kind of father would he be if he didn't come stand by your side? What kind of father would he be if he didn't pick you up when you couldn't walk on your own 2 feet? What kind of father would he be if he didn't wipe away every tear from your eyes? What kind of father would he be if he didn't celebrate you? Come on, man, the things that God has in store for us, the things that he wants to manifest for us, the things that he wants to do for us, he's doing it in this season. I don't care what it looks like, Shannon. I don't care how it feels. I don't care how much abuse that people try to put into your world. He's coming for you to be happy. He's come that you might have life, and that more abundantly. He didn't come to see you cry. He didn't come to see you hurt. He didn't come to see you fall. He didn't come to see you fail. But baby, he came that you might have life. He came to put power on the inside of you. He came to put the ability on the inside of you. He came to put strength on the inside of you. He came to put the best of him on the inside of you. So please know for a surety, baby, that God has not left you nor forsaken you. God has not left you nor forsaken you. Don't let nobody tell you different. That God has left you here and he's left you by yourself and he's not going to be able to show up for you. Not this time. Come on, that's not what his word says. His word says that I will not leave you nor forsake you. He wants you to get up and go higher. He wants you to push forward to your goals, to your dreams, to your aspirations. Stop thinking that the world revolves around other people. Come on, because your world revolves around you. Put God first, but your world revolves around you. The things that you want, need, and or desire, it revolves around you. The things that you want to manifest, it revolves around you. The things that you are speaking, it revolves around you. Speak those things which be not as though they were. It revolves around you. So the lifestyle that you live is according to your faith. Nothing is going to happen that you don't believe. You're not going to do nothing that you don't believe. Because guess what? At the end of the day, even if you're being pressured to do it, you still had to change your mind to believe it in order for you to do it. Because again, you're not going to do nothing that you don't believe. I don't care why you ended up believing it. At the end of the day, you ended up believing it and you started to do it because you believed it. So find out what it is that you're supposed to be believing. The things you're supposed to be believing is about you, about yourself, what it is that you can do, what it is you can manifest, how you can get up and get over, how you can make things happen. Come on, man, it's time for you to get up and rise. Rise above every situation and every circumstance that tries to hold you down. Rise above everybody that's trying to keep you low. Rise above the naysayers. Rise above the gossipers. Rise above the people that talk about you. Rise above the people that say that you're not nothing. Rise above the people that keep on bringing up your past. Rise above the people that say you are a failure. Rise above the people that rejected you. Rise above the people that push you down. Rise above the people that stepped on you to get to where they're going. Rise above the people that used you in order to get to a better position in their own life. Come on, you got to rise above it. I know it's not easy, but it's doable. Come on, it's sometimes that you got to know that even though it's not easy, it's definitely doable. My God, I do need to start keeping the towel in my court. It's doable, baby. Your life is doable. Your promises are doable. The manifestation of God on the inside of you is doable. The thing that you are going to have happen is doable. You can make it happen. Just be able to trust, adhere to, and believe that God said things about you that no man can take away from you. If he said it, shall he not do it? If he's spoken it, shall he not make it good? And he's going to make it all right for you because he loves you just that much. Because he wants to see you prosper. Because he wants to see you make it. Because he wants to see that turnaround in your life. Because he wants to see you be the best version of yourself. And he wants to be able to see you walk in obedience, and he can say, there's my baby. They finally got it. They finally let the world get around them and take them to a place that they don't want to be. They finally begin to realize that they have dominion. I've given them dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the air. I've given them dominion. And now that you're using your dominion and you're using your authority, now that you're using your dominion and you're using your authority, now what? You're using your dominion and you're using your authority, now what? Use it for the best of your ability. Do all that you can. Do all that you shall. Do all that you want to. Do it all to the best of your ability, because you are possible. Be able to be the best version of yourself. Hey, mama. Hey, Sonny. What's going on, Nick? So, do the best of your ability. You rock out the life that God has given you. Don't sit back and wait on life to live you. You get up and you live the best of your ability. You tell your life what you're going to do. You tell your life how you want to manifest it. You tell it, because you can have what you say. It's according to what you believe. How do you do? How do you do what you do? Believe God. Don't sit back and let life continue to tell you that you're not good enough. Don't sit back and let life tell you that this is what you got to settle for. Not at all. Not at all do you got to settle for what life throws at you, because you are a king. You are a queen. You are made in his likeness and image. I told you, baby, we are little G's walking around here. We are little G's. He is a big G. God himself. But didn't he tell us in Psalms that we are gods? With the little G, baby, don't get your head big. He told you that you are God's. And because he told you that, you are supposed to walk in his likeness and image. And what does that say? When God wanted something to happen, he spoke it into existence and it manifested, because he spoke it out of his mouth. What's the difference between him and us? He believed it more than we do. So what you got to do is get your faith up. Get that belief up. No, I didn't actually. I'm on my other phone. So yes, God is going to be able to make these things happen, but you got to get up and know it. Know who he said that you are, who he said you are. I know your circumstances in your life don't look like nothing that he said about you. But guess what? If you stick and stay, he's going to make it all right. He came to show himself strong in someone. Why not let it be you? He came to show himself as a conqueror. Why not let him be you? Why not let it be you? Because when he said that he came for a reason and a purpose, the reason and a purpose that he became poor, that you might be rich. Come on, it's not just finances, but you can have finances, but rich in love, rich in peace, rich in mercy, rich in forgiveness, rich in all these things is going to help you be the best version of yourself. What do? You lean, depend, and rely on God wholeheartedly. But not only that, you believe what he said about you, because you are a conqueror. You are possible. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made. God didn't make a mistake when he made you. He took 6 days to make the entire universe, but still thought enough to make one of you. So what makes you think that you're insignificant in this world? What makes you think that you're insignificant in these streets? I've been talking about that all day. But you got to be significant to you before you can let that overflow in your life to get on somebody else. You got to let that overflow of that peace, that overflow of that joy, that overflow of that happy, overflow not only in you, but overflow around the people that are around you. Because you are so positive that people, either you're going to be one or two things. Be so positive that negative people can't stand being around you. Or be so positive that you cause those people that are around you to become just as positive as you are. Yes, because that's your goal. That's your dream. That's your aspiration. Because once they start getting to be positive, they can start believing more. They can start believing in themselves more. They can start believing in God more. They can start believing that things will work out more. They'll start believing that they can handle it more. They'll start getting strength out of nowhere. They'll start being able to build. They'll start being able to make it. They'll start being able to change their lives based on what they believe. I did it. I know what I'm talking about because I did it. I stopped feeling sorry for myself and start realizing that God equipped me to do more than just lay around and cry. He equipped me to do more than go to work. He equipped me to do more than just be a mother. He equipped me to do more than just be somebody's friend. He equipped me to do more. He equipped you to do more. He equipped us to do more. And instead of sitting around crying about what we don't have, how about we glorify him for what we do have? And whatever you don't have, why don't you have it? Is it because you don't believe it long enough? Is it because you haven't gone after it? Is it because you haven't worked for it? Is it because you think somebody gonna walk up to you and hand you $25 million? Is that why? Is that what you think? Is that your goal? Let's be realistic, people. We know God is a God of miracles. But what have you done to deserve for somebody to walk up to you and give you $25 million? What have you done? Let's be honest. Come on, y'all. You always want to ask God for all this stuff. What have you done? What makes you worthy for somebody to walk up and give you that kind of money? What have you done? And do you already have a plan for the money if you ever get it? See, a lot of times we ask God for stuff that we ain't really thought all the way through. We ask God for all this money, but we don't even know how to keep up the $500 in our bank account. But we want God to bless us with money that we can't do nothing with. So what is going on? So what in the world makes you think that God's going to give you some money like that and kill you? Because he knows that it don't matter how much money you got. The real you is going to come out. If you stingy when you are broke, you're going to be stingy when you get money. It ain't going to automatically turn your heart because you get money. You're not going to automatically just be a giver because you get money. You're going to be just as ratchet as you was when you didn't have any money. So listen, when you want to sit back and question God or go to the throne and ask him for all this stuff, realize that God is not a nut. And he's not just going to bless you with money because you asked for it. What is your purpose? Is your purpose to build the kingdom? Is your purpose to help out the homeless? Is your purpose to feed somebody? Is your purpose to get some of these empty buildings renovated so somebody can have a warm place to sleep? Is that your purpose? Then maybe you might get it if that's really your purpose. But realize this, God knows your heart. He knows your heart. You can say all day long, God, I'm going to do this. If you ever bless me, I'm going to give to the poor. If you ever bless me, I'm going to help my mama. If you ever bless me, I'm going to give money to the church. You can say that all day long. But guess what happens, Sean? It's a little different when you get the money in your hand. You start having different ideas and different things that you want to do. You start being able to think about the vacations that you never took. You start being able to think about the shoes you never wore. You start thinking about the cars you never bought. So all of a sudden, that declaration that you made to God starts to be a little different when you get the money in your hand. So realize, God knows your heart. You don't. You don't. You think you do. You don't. You don't know what would happen if you got $25 million tomorrow. You think you do. But you don't know that a lot of these people, like them people that win the lottery and stuff, how they be broke in 6 months? Because they really thought that once they got that money, it was going to change them. It didn't. It brought out who they already was. Come on, man. God is not nowhere near close to being as crazy as you try to make him out to be. God wants you blessed, but he wants you to be able to know how to use the blessing. Come on, he wants you to be able to know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, what should he give it to you for? Stop asking for God. Stop asking God for stuff you can't handle. Stop asking God for stuff you know you ain't going to do right. Stop asking. Ask God for a better heart. Ask him to create in you a clean heart and renew the right spirit within you. And then once you get that clean heart, then go back and ask for what you will. But clean your heart. Get the unforgiveness out. Get the hurt out. Get the pain out. Get the, the revenge. Get that out your heart. Get that out your mind. Get it out. Come on, man. You got to understand that unless you do that, you ain't getting nothing. You're not getting anything. For those of you who don't understand the other way that I said it, if you don't get your life right, if you don't get your heart right, if you don't make sure that things are better, if you don't take the time to be able to meet God where he is, don't look for what's in his hand, but find out what's in his heart. Reach out for what's in his heart, and you will always have what's in his hand. So realize that. I need you to realize that. I need you to admonish the fact that God chose you for another day for a reason and a purpose. It is not just for you to sit here and look cute, but it's for a reason and a purpose. He wants you blessed. He wants you happy. He wants you full of life expectancy. He wants you full of his word, of the truth. Just be a good person. I don't understand why so many people just don't want to just be good people. I'm just normal good people. You know, the people that actually open doors for people and hold it open while they walk through it. You know, the people that ask, do you need any help? You know, the people that ask, can I do anything for you? You know, those people that'll pick up a phone and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. I was just trying to see if you was okay. Those type of people. We need to get more of those type of people back in our lives and in our world, and then we won't have to walk around this life feeling like we're alone. You are never alone if you have God, because he will never leave you nor forsake you. He's already told us that. But we got to look into, hello, we got to look into what he said about us. What he told us, how he told us to love, how he told us to be a part of what it is that he's doing. He lived as an example for us. He lived as an example. Come on, man. And if you go out and you reach for what's in his heart, the things that you want, need, and or desire, they'll just come into play automatically. Automatically. Are you saying that because you have everything that you've ever wanted and needed? No. I'm saying that because I believe it. And until God is ready to give me everything that I want, need, and or desire, I'm waiting on him. But as I wait, I'm working. This is work, man. I got to pay for this oil that I got. I got to pay for it. And when I pay for it, all this work, you don't know how much that I get attacked mentally, physically. So, you know what? And this is something that's kind of strange to me. Mama, look, I realized I started getting attacked. And the reason why because I started having like listen, y'all, and I ain't say nobody personally is physically hitting me, but I have been waking up, and this is real talk. I have been waking up with bruises on me. I'm talking about on my face, on my body. I don't know where they came from. I had a knot on my head the other day. I got scratches on me. I got stuff that I can't explain going on in my body. So physically, somewhere along the line, maybe I'm fighting in the spirit and it's showing up on my natural or something, but I'm seeing it. It's weird, but I'm seeing it. So I'm battling every day, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, all the leads to be able to pay for what it is God is getting ready to do in my life. But guess what? I've decided I've signed up to be a vessel, so it's okay. I signed up to be usable. I signed up to be what he called me to be. I signed up to be exactly what he wants. And guess what? It took me 44 years to realize it, but I'm here now. Let's go. You got to be able to say the same thing. I'm here now. Let's go. Come on. You are not a defeated foe. Realize that. God made you on purpose and a purpose and with a purpose. God did not leave you here for nothing, and he did not make you a failure. There is no failure in God, so there cannot be any failure in you. Y'all, I've been on here a long time. Why you ain't say nothing, Sean? You know I got to go. I know I want you guys to enjoy your Saturday. I want you to be blessed because you are. I want you to love life because you can. I want you to be the best version of yourself. Turn over that new leaf today and go out there and reach your goals, your aspirations, your dreams. Anything that's trying to stop you, it can't stop you as long as you stay armored up, baby. Get that armor on. Make them feet be shod with the preparation of the gospel. Get that helmet on. Put that breastplate on. Gird your loins and whatnot. Do what you're supposed to do. And guess what? The devil won't know the difference between you and God because you're armor ready. You're battle ready. And even though this fight belongs to the Lord, you are ready. That's what you got to know. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. I love y'all to life. I want you to be able to be blessed because you are. Stay wonderful and fabulous and great. Look at yourself every day and tell yourself who you are. Come on. Continue to tell yourself who you are and who you're supposed to be. Don't let the devil defeat you, man. He's already a defeated foe. He already got beat up. He already got beat up and drugged through hell. Come on, don't let this somebody that's so insignificant have so much rule over your life. And guess what? Sometimes it's not even the devil, so I'm going to leave you with this. It's you. Believe in yourself more. Speak better to yourself. Speak better to your situation. Speak better to your circumstances. Speak positive about you. Yes, I definitely, you know I can, Sean. I'll be on here forever if I didn't have a time limit for real. I really don't have a time limit, but I know after a while, man, people's attention span don't really be there. So, yes, no, I have not eaten that cake yet. I plan on it today. But listen, y'all, I want you guys to stay encouraged. Y'all, by all means, please stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Keep up the fight. No matter what it looks like, baby, we come out victorious. We are coming out winning. We are winners, man. We are winners. You got to know that. Because guess what? Sometimes if you don't ever think about it, realize if you cheated and read to the end of the book, we win, baby. Get the book, get the facts that's in the book. We win. So how dare I keep losing all these small battles when I've already won the war? Know for a surety that God has not left you nor forsaken you. He loves you for real, and he loves you on purpose. Get out there and live your best life. Get out there and do what you're supposed to do. Get out there and do and be what you're supposed to be, because somebody's waiting on your testimony. Somebody's waiting on your words. Somebody is waiting on your deliverance. Somebody's waiting on your elevation. Somebody is waiting on your turnaround. Somebody is waiting on you to be able to come out of what they're coming out of, because guess what? They are looking at you as an example to be able to be the best version of yourself. You got to be able to step out in God. I have not, mother. Again, we got the Making Wealthville broadcast on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays at 10:30 Central Standard Time. If you all can meet me there, beat me there, whatever. We're going to start doing some stuff. We're going to start taking calls, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to call in. We're going to start praying for people, doing what we got to do in order to get the people the word out. We want you to be blessed in your spirit and your finances. Thank you, Shannon. To God be all the glory. We want to get you right in your finances as well as in your spirit, because they both got to work hand in hand. It's the greatest wealth transfer ever. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let it pass you by thinking negative. Don't let it pass you by thinking about what other people think about you. Love you. Do what you must do in order to be in the position you have to be in. God needs us in position, because what he's doing in this atmosphere is for his children. Now it's about us, y'all. So get in the position that you're going to be able to receive the blessing and not to lose it, but to get it, to maintain it, and to continue to flow in it. I got to stop talking so I can get off of here, Martin. I love y'all. Like this, share this, comment. Let somebody else be encouraged. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Get those 2 hours of me moments. Get that mental stability together, because your mind is the greatest asset that you have. And if you don't feed it with the proper tools, then guess what? It is going to be a waste. Hey, York. Good morning, man. It's going to be a waste if you don't feed your brain. Feed your brain. Pick up a book. Listen to what's in the word. Do something. I love you too, girl. Listen to what God is saying in your inner ear, people. And guess what? You will come out on top. And you cannot fail. Now, you can't lose with the stuff he used. Please do, York. But again, y'all, like this, share this, comment. I love y'all to life. Have a great day, everybody.